Well, we got a little time. What I'll do is I'll start landscaping this so that we can maybe set up some water. We'll have plenty of water for a while. That's a really big crater to do, so we'll start slow. And the other thing, when it's a crater that you're filling in, it's going to actually need a lot of waste rock. So we want to make sure the first things we do collect more waste rock than anything else. So we're just going to do this little amount, because anything in that blue is going to create the waste rock. Let's get a waste rock depot here. Yeah, there's a lot of things around here that are more craters than anything else. All right, let's cut across here and see. Baby steps. Do that much. Let's see how much it is taking, right? So, yep, still taking out more than it needs. It's going to be taking out 86, but it needs a whole 58, so. All right, how much have we collected? Good, 200, good. So as long as we avoid any kind of landscaping that takes more than that, they won't not complete it. Okay, let's take another little chunk out of this crater. Let's go this far. And, oh, that's too large. Okay. All right, what are you looking like? Only need 63. Okay, good. We got the 200, so we'll be able to do that. Oh, you finished up, so let's do another chunk here. Got 150. Let's do that a little bit. Let's do this much. How much rock is that? Yeah, we're good. And this is going too, so this is going quickly too. Okay. $68 rock, 120, we're good still. Oh, you just finished. Let's go back to slow, do another chunk here. Although we're starting to get low on the waste rock there, so let's go this way and get some more waste rock. Instead, you just take a little chunk out of this mountain. Yeah, alright, that'll be good. Oh, and we're ready for some more. Did it do? Yep, took a nice big chunk out of that mountain. Gave us some waste rock. Okay. Let's see what the largest possible chunk out of this is going to need for waste rock. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. One of the weird things that can sometimes happen when you're doing these craters is this. There's this ramp. So I want to keep that open until the last chunk. Because the really silly thing that sometimes happens is waste rock will end up at the bottom of the crater, and if there's no way for drones to get in there, it makes it really weird to try to finish landscaping it. So we are going to do this chunk and leave the ramp there still for now. We'll just save that for last. Oops. And it only needs 58. Okay, so that'll be fine. Okay. Alright, so back to the crater then here. So So we kind of have to go slow, continue to go slow here with the flattening of the crater to avoid the issue that will sometimes happen when you're doing this. Is sometimes, see, we got this ramp here that's going to give drones access to the lower part. One of the quirky things that's happened in this game that I always try to avoid is you could end up with like a very small pit like this size with some waste rock at the bottom of it that the drones can't get to. So you can't flatten it in one swoop, and you have to sort of slowly pluck away at the edges. And I'll show you what that looks like, because in case it's ever happened to you. So as an example, like let's say that this was just a really small pit and all this was already flattened. You would need to do this kind of thing where you go just to the edge, and you sort of see how that moved up a little bit. Let me zoom in and try it again. So yeah, see how that just kind of scooched up the very edge of it. So that's what you sort of have to do if you get stuck in that sort of situation, and eventually the drones will be able to reach the waste rock and get the rest of it out. So that's what we're trying to avoid by going slowly. So let's take another little chunk, leaving the ramp and access to the lower ground. So we'll do that much. And then we'll probably shave that off, and then shave that off, and eventually, once it's small enough that we can fit the entire thing inside the flattening area, then we should be good. And this should go pretty quickly, so let's focus on this for a little while. I'm still keeping an eye on the unemployment. It's down to 15. It was at 23. Anomaly scanned by arrival. Yeah. Oops, I don't have another rocket. Alright, we're going to go away. Alright, well actually we didn't read this. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. That's nothing to take. Okay, so let's continue with this. Now let's take out this little, whoops, blocked. Hold on. There we go. Take out this little chunk here.
Research complete.
Okay. Oh, and we got advanced rocketry, but let's try to finish this up. We're gonna take one more little chunk. Actually, let's see if it's now small enough that we can do the whole thing. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go for it. And flatten, flatten, flatten. To call this little partial project done.
Resources are low.
Yes, I know I'm low on polymers. Okay, good. All right, so you can sort of see the remnants of the big, huge crater that we just flattened and lifted up, and now we have access to these 4 water deposits, and there's one here too. So we start exploiting that, and we shouldn't have to worry about water for quite a while. Just need more seeds. You'll get those. Still got that employment. All right. Well, we're gonna call it a day here. Nothing really came up in the mystery at all in this session. We did get our power grid connected, so that's a big thing. We got things going on the terraforming a little bit more with the vegetation. It's gonna be slow going. And we flattened out this area. That's off our list, and we got these exploited, and we can still do the concrete nodes there.